failing efforts to secure a ceasefire and revive diplomacy. Well, the revelations come as Iran prepares for the state funeral of former Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei while tensions continue over the country's nuclear program and regional security. Well, according to the report by the New York Times, the Trump administration became increasingly concerned during US-Iran talks that began in April that Israel might target Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and Parliament Speaker Mohammad Ghalibaf. Both the leaders have been at the center of negotiations that is aimed at easing tensions, reopening the Strait of Hormuz and creating a framework for a broader agreement on Iran's nuclear program. The report says that Washington believed that any assassination of senior Iranian negotiators would immediately collapse the peace process and could trigger another major military confrontation. And in order to prevent that scenario, the United States reportedly asked several Middle Eastern countries to quietly warn Tehran about possible Israel assassination attempts. The security concerns extended beyond Iran. And during one round of diplomatic talks in Pakistan, intelligence reportedly suggested the Iranian delegation could face an attack, and as a precaution, Pakistan escorted the delegation's aircraft into Islamabad with fighter jets. On the return journey, another security alert forced the aircraft to make an emergency landing in Mashhad, after which the delegation traveled by road to Tehran. Despite the threats, diplomatic efforts are continuing, and Qatar, which has been mediating between both the sides, has indicated that the next round of US-Iran negotiations is expected to take place after the funeral ceremonies of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Officials hope that the talks will keep alive the possibility of a long-term peace agreement despite the volatile security situation. And at the same time, Iran has taken a tougher diplomatic stance against Israel, and Tehran has formally approached the United Nations, accusing Israel of threatening current Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei. Iranian officials have described the alleged threat as a serious escalation that could further destabilize the region. Inside Iran, security has been significantly tightened ahead of Khamenei's funeral. The 6-day funeral ceremony, scheduled from July 4 to July 9, is expected to become one of the largest state funerals in the country's history. Iranian authorities estimate that between 15 and 20 million people may participate, while delegations from more than 100 nations are expected to attend. Pakistan, Russia and China have already confirmed their participation, and on Thursday, Khamenei's coffin was taken to the location where he was killed in the February 28 US-Israeli airstrike. During the ceremony, a symbolic red flag from the Imam Reza Shrine in Mashhad was placed over the coffin. In Shia tradition, the red flag represents martyrdom and resistance against injustice, reinforcing the message that Iranian leaders are presenting Khamenei's death as a national sacrifice. Another major development involves Iran's nuclear policy, as senior Iranian lawmakers have called for a review of the country's commitments regarding nuclear weapons, arguing that recent Israel threats have changed the security environment. Officials have also announced that inspectors from the International Atomic Energy Agency will no longer be allowed to inspect key nuclear facilities at Fordo, Natanz and Isfahan, a move that is likely to increase international concern over Iran's nuclear activities. Meanwhile, both Abbas Araghchi and Mohammad Ghalibaf continue to play central roles in diplomacy despite repeated security threats. Reports have also claimed that Israel had earlier placed both the leaders on a target list but later backed away, falling pressure from the United States, which wanted negotiations to continue without any disruption. The reports also point to growing differences between Washington and Tel Aviv.